It's almost full house at Singapore's nightclubs every weekend as partygoers get back into full swing. Now, it's even got some nightlife operators that were forced to close down, looking to stage a comeback to cash in on all that pent-up demand. But as Heidi Ng reports, a manpower crunch is hampering recovery.
It's been a tough 2 years for nightlife businesses in Singapore because of the pandemic. Zouk, one of Singapore's most popular clubs, had to reinvent itself, turning its dance floors into a giant spin studio, a restaurant, and even a cinema to stay afloat. And its efforts have paid off. The nightclub expects to recoup 2 years of losses by the end of this month, and they've only reopened to partygoers since April.
Since we even opened our doors, the lines were, from door to door, and we had queues that were really kind of, hard to believe, right? It was almost like we were opening after like 10 years.
People aren't just letting their hair down, they're also loosening their purse strings. Mr. Lee says VIP tables are spending more than double on average than they used to. An Asian-themed nightclub nearby also tried pivoting its business last year, offering dine-ins with a party atmosphere.
At that point in time, it was more about keeping the music business, the nightlife business going. It was also a point where I guess people were just sick of being stuck at home. They wanted options.
Its 250 capacity dance floor was full in the first 2 months of reopening, and it continues to serve up what it does best. The better performance at these clubs could also be due to less competition. The Singapore Nightlife Business Association estimates that at least 400 operators dropped out during the pandemic. Some of them are now gearing for a return, but face challenges like finding a right venue and meeting regulatory requirements. Another obstacle for both current and hopeful operators is a manpower crunch that's been crippling almost every sector.
I've seen outlets choosing to cut off their own operation hours just because of manpower issues. Similarly, even for my own businesses, we have to cut operation hours just because of manpower issues. So that is the main catch-up we are really trying to play as well.
A lack of manpower has also forced Zouk to close one of its dance floors, despite the raging demand.
Beginning it was very tough, but we still make sure that we want to make that the service standards and people getting their drinks on time, and you don't have like massive queues at the bar and stuff.
With partygoers making a strong comeback, the club's planning a renovation to introduce new concepts and better visual effects next year.